Follow-up question, 45 seconds, same order. And you touched on it a little bit. What is the single largest threat to the city's budget? And as our council member, what will you do to address this? Be specific. So, Paul.
I think the single largest threat to our budget is pensions. And as council member, despite the fact that I've angered a lot of my friends in labor, I've helped lead the fight to rein them in. What we did is we created a separate tier for incoming employees, and we have a huge number of retirements that have taken place and many more expected in the next few years with an aging workforce. We are not legally allowed to reduce the pensions of people we had already hired. We also gave several years of zero COLAs, and people are not happy with that in City Hall either. But that dramatically brings down our pension obligation. I've done literally everything I could think of. And
Jesse.
I also think pensions, and we need a fresh perspective on that. We need to look at it from a fresh perspective. Again, there's a money and politics issue here. I don't have any union money or labor money. Only one candidate up here does, and that's Paul.
Okay, so what do you plan to do to address it, though? That was the question.
Well, you need to think in the best interest of the city. So
be
when
specific. What's your
well,
plan?
the only way that you can't touch existing pensions. I mean, that's the law.
For the moment. So what's your plan? Tell us the 3 things you would do. What are your solutions?
Well, I mean, it's a negotiation that happens when the labor unions come to the table with the city. And at that negotiation, the question is, who's thinking in terms of the best interest of the city? So it's context matters, but I think it's a huge issue. The LA Times has been exposing it recently, and
what are your solutions? You're not telling us. What would you do as councilperson? Just give me 2 things. What would you do? Bring people to the table, and what after that? What would happen?
Well, you look at the proposals. I mean,
Okay.
there are different proposals that are on the table, and
Okay.
you got to look at them.
So, for each of you, do you each...
Mark.
Well, okay, then you should answer.
Okay, Paul brought up an issue that the pensions are a big part of the budget, and he's absolutely right. But what he's not saying is that the negotiation for those pension contracts that went on, a few years back with Garcetti and the city council, those councilmen are funded by the same guys that are trying to jack up the rates. These guys are already charged $200,000. So let me finish.
So what's your
You
solution?
have to get money out of politics. You got to start at the start line. Because as long as these guys are funding councilmen that are going to represent their interests and not you guys in the neighborhoods and not concerned about the budget, you're going to get people who represent you that they don't represent you. They're representing their interests and not yours. So your negotiations that what took place, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they didn't do enough. And that's because of all that money.
Okay.
So these guys both make good points, but I'd like to just draw it all in.
can we get another round on this question?
I'm saying, the boss says no, but just as a...
We'll come back to it in
Well,
the end.